Yes, sir. New video, new times. Time to play some Gavrail. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got some replays for it. Ain't got time to be making a whole another 30-minute video of me trying to find an opponent. Let's go, Gavrail. OTK. Let's put the speed on 2 so I can speed through it. So, as you can see, it is a nice old mirror match. And we all know. Nah, I'm just kidding. But when going against Angel Feather, the mirror match is whoever wins the mirror match is whoever can get pop off first. So usually you go first, kinda guarantees the win. Not really, but it does put you in a nice lead where it's really hard to get back from. Let's see. So from the looks of his hand, he's trying to prioritize skills, and like from what he discarded, he's prioritizing skills. Right now, I'm just trying to increase the amount of cards in hand and deal some quick damage. So for next turn, boom, win. At a point when using, so let me switch that up actually. So with this deck, I actually run 16 crit. 16 crit the best way. Makes it real easier to OTK the opponent real quickly. So this is where it all ends. So I call on my rear guards, counterblast, soul blast. I'm just using this skill so I can add a card to my hand. So I will add Hamiel to my hand. And then call over Nociel with Hamiel. That way I can start popping off, getting critical triggers. So far, there is 4 crits out of deck, but I got 12 more, so it's all in the cards. It's all in the cards. So that's 1 damage, nothing. I'm supposed to use skills right now, but it doesn't really matter as long as you give it to them at a point, because it's a continuous skill. It's not just like act auto. But to be honest, this deck is really fun to play with. It's really fun to play with, unless you're on the opposite side. Look at this. Look at this hand. 30k, 15k, 40k, 45, 55, 60k shield in hand. 60k shield in hand. That means nothing when going against a deck that's pumping out crits like crazy. So I attack the rear guard just to get rid of some of that shield value and make sure that Hamiel gets through. And just one giant swing, 84k, needing 80k just to guard. 80k in hand just to guard without a sentinel. So he can't use this. And that's just what you call a nice GG. 1 turn OTK dealt him 5 damage. 5 damage. How many decks you see dealing 5 damage in one turn? A lot, but not like this. This just pumps out damage so quickly. So quickly. So next, we're gonna do verse. This is one. It says arrestor, but it was actually versus arrestor. So let's see. This game was absolutely difficult. And when I mean difficult, I mean I don't know what I was doing in this game. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was just not pulling crits. Like I didn't know where all my crits were. I find I drew into this. I top decked into this, which was great. It was great. But as you can see, as you will see from this, it was a struggle. It was a struggle to even keep alive. And when you get stuff like this, combo pieces not in hand, you can't you can't distribute damage so good. So right there, I don't believe I should have done that because look, 2 of these in hand. I'm trying to end this. I'm trying to end this on the first turn. Trying to end this on the first turn, not the 15th. I ain't trying to slow roll this. I'm just trying to get in, get out, do some damage. So from the looks of it, my opponent was running rainbow triggers. So this was weird. This whole Zombaku deck, like, it's fun. It's gimmicky. It takes out some decks. Not all. It takes out some decks. Like, decks that can just superior ride like Luard, or decks like Gurgwit that just have so good of a defense that even when they can't stand, they can't ride, it still don't make a difference. You still have Gurgwit pumping up your whole field that Zombaku just makes no difference. I feel like the best cards to you, the best cards that could come out of Zombaku that could actually make this deck really, really spice is good defensive cards. Good defensive cards like Shiryuki, even though they can't run it, seeing as all the grade 3 slots are filled up. But enough of me talking about this deck. It's time to pump out a nice swift Gavrail. So counterblast, return, dealing a damage, critical trigger. So we're finna count crits. We're finna count crits right now. Now skill. Ooh, that's where I messed up. I shouldn't have discarded that. I should have discarded one of these 2 grade 3s. I wanted to keep those in hand. So now Hamiel is at 3 crit. 3 crit looking mighty spicy. And at this point, I thought I had it in the game. I thought I had it in the bag. I thought that E couldn't stop me. Because I still have this skill to resolve plus a Gavrail skill. It was just all going so good. Then I'll use Gavrail skill, counterblast, return this nice sentinel crit to my hand, return one of these crits to the bottom of the deck, deal 2 damage. Like everything was going as good as it could go. Now is at, let's see, 4 critical. 4 critical. All needed was one more crit. All it needs is one more crit, and that's a OTK right there. I love having the opponent push me up to 5 damage. That has them in a situation where they have to guard. They have to guard this attack. They have to guard this attack with none, with barely anything. They got barely anything at their hand. But watch this. He hard guards this so hard. Like, this made me mad. This frustrated me. He had 50 triggers in hand. Nah, I'm just kidding. I know it's for. What was I saying? Yeah, I love having the opponent putting me up to 5 damage. That way, if he doesn't pull a heal on the 6 damage check, it's just over. So at this point in the game, I thought, oh yeah, I have it. I have it. This is my game. And then he draws this, the one card that can replenish his field, just like that. And he draws it so easily. You don't know how frustrating this is. You don't know how frustrating this is, my guy. Just fighting through, just fighting through multi attacks. With this hand, to be honest, I thought I was gonna die. With this hand, oh yeah, that looks like death right there. So I have about 20, 50k shield with the perfect guard, 55 including the intercept, and then I have to kill him on the next turn. What do I look like? I don't perform miracles. Yes, I do. And then I can't stand. So that means I have to keep my Gavrail in hand. This is where you gamble. This is where you gamble. If I didn't guard that for one to pass, then I would not have enough to guard the rest of these attacks. I just wouldn't have. Guard. He thinks he has me. He goes in for a 37, and that's a protect. So stand and draw, riding Gavrail. Now it's time to pump up the field. So, oh, call using skills, Soul Blast, heal 1 damage, then deal 1, giving all effects to Southfield. Then I believe it was Gavrail's skill next. Gavrail's skill to get Black Arquidius or whatever this name is. Don't ever call me to commentate. You will be disappointed wholeheartedly. At this point, I just have to spread out the crits. I have to spread out the crits because I know he still has a PG in hand, and that one PG is going to stop. Is going to stop one attack. It's going to stop one attack, but I just need one card to get through it. So I believe I still do. No, I don't have Gavrail anymore because I just used it. So I'm gonna attack him with 32, 2 crit. He nullifies it. That's like game. Boom. All to the Vanguard. Second check. All to the Vanguard. And this is like 4 crit. 4 crit, I believe. So need to get double heal on the 6 damage check. That's just that's just so that's just so good. I didn't even need this. I didn't need this. And I still was able to pull out the win. I just had 3 cards in hand, and one of them was a crit. And I was able to build a big old field. Gavrail, I don't know if this is the best deck. I don't know if this is the best deck, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good for my standards. Um, let's see how many minutes we got left. 15 minutes. Actually, do I want to? Nope. I believe that should be all. So yeah, that is the so-called new best deck, Gavrail, which is really not really because all people need to do is like work with their Gurgwa decks, and they still pumping out big power. But other than that, this has been Cardfight Vanguard Extreme. Sign out.